Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? All right, I know that Greg Fairchild is here.
So we're thanking them and then we're going on to...
Yeah, I think you're going to wrap it up as best as you can here.
He helps us fundraise.
And we're just waiting on Neal Pipers. Okay, other one?
So I'll...
Test. Okay.
You don't have to say what's next. What do you think?
I think it's right. So, hello? If I could just get your attention just one more time, let's all give ourselves a big congratulations. Let me thank all of you for just flawless execution, and I really appreciate your patience through what has been a very long day. I don't know about any of you, but I am very thankful for the work done by the Presidential Precinct, my friends to the right. I'm certainly happy with the work of the State Department bringing all of you here. And just so many of you have made this just a wonderful moment. So thank yourself. We really thank you. But I want to say the discussion does not end here. So our time was brief. As Jim Murray mentioned at the top of the day, 5 days was the original intent, and you got one. And so when you think of that, that tells you about the breadth of the topics. I'd like you to consider the things that didn't get discussed today, that could have been, that should have been. Now, our friends at the precinct have created wonderful platforms, as we talked about earlier, for us to continue to share, for us to continue to reach each other. And I think many of you know a lot of what we've been doing has been simulcast. So what we hope is that wherever you're from, and by the way, there were people watching that are not from the nations you come from, we hope that we can continue this discourse and discussion. For those of you that are fellows through many of the programs that the precinct and the State Department run, we know we'll be in touch with you, but there's so many others that we won't have a chance to touch, and we really, really encourage you to do what we talked about, to share your power. Because you're all leaders and you're all powerful, so we hope that you will. I'm going to say again, thank you for bearing with me, and then I'm going to step down and turn this over to better people than I, Neal Piper and Jim Murray.
Well, thank you so much, Greg. And thank you, everyone. Wow, that was incredible. I hope everyone had an amazing experience today. And as Greg mentioned, this is just the beginning. The Presidential Precinct mission really 2 years ago when our founder, Jim Murray, started the Presidential Precinct along with our founding board was to create a physical and a virtual destination for the next generation of global leaders who are advancing their ideas, their community's interests, and really building their nations. And today we had 70 esteemed guests in this room, but this event was live streamed, and over 500 million people received an invite to join today's live stream through our good friends at State Department, through the YALI Network, which has 130,000 members, and through the Alumni Exchange, along with our partner institutions at William & Mary, UVA, Monticello, Montpelier, and Highland. And so there were a lot of people having conversations online. And a year and a half ago, the Presidential Precinct came up with a big, audacious idea, is to create a premier virtual destination for collaboration amongst nation builders and young leaders all around the world. And we were able to do this from our good friends at Socialcast through a partnership with them to create a place that looks very similar to Facebook meets LinkedIn. But instead of sharing photos and status updates, we have representation of leaders from over 100 nations. 4,000 connections have been made since we launched this platform a year ago today. All 500 of the YALI Fellows are collaborating in this platform. Participants who come through international visitors programs like the IVLP program are collaborating. And now you all are a part of this exclusive and secure network. And so as a result of today, this is just the launching pad. So this is just a start of connections that you all built in this room, and the power of those connections to find, share resources, and collaborate on some of the bigger challenges that we're facing around the world today. So Jim, I'm going to turn it over to you to close us out for today, but we can't thank you enough for joining us for this historic event, and look forward to working with you on future programs as well. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Neal. It has been a long day, and I will not keep you. I had some remarks to say to conclude the program, but Greg said them all. So thank you, Greg. But there is one correction I'd like to make. They're grandly throwing around this word founder. There's no founder of the precinct. There's a team. And I think we should recognize Neal Piper. We should recognize Stuart Gamage, Steve Hansen from William & Mary. We should recognize Jeff LeGros from University of Virginia. Jeff, you're here somewhere, I hope. We got Sarah Bon Harper, Ann Taylor, thank you very much from Monticello, Doug Smith from Montpelier. Everybody saw an idea and congealed around that idea. And this has been a team effort, and this is just the start. This is going to be a lot bigger than what we've seen so far. And where the real multiplier comes is on the internet. The fact that this is a digital network, we do not need to meet in tiny rooms like this and go through the inconveniences in order to help make better nations worldwide. Thank you all for coming.